I was gonna start vlogging, but then all of a sudden I started sneezing my head off, and now I'm stuffed up. Sorry, you guys. We have been MIA, and it's been rough. The last few months between what's gone on with me medically and Anthony and the trips and my friend, it's just it's been there. And then I've been more active in getting my teeth fixed and the kids' teeth fixed. So I swear every time I turn around, we have appointments. And between that and Anthony being in school and his curriculum, no, that's work. Internship at one of the facilities. It's been interesting. Friday I finished up the other half of my teeth cleaning, which was deep, and you guys, I couldn't tell you the last time I had it done. That's pathetic and sad. I had real anxiety when it came to going to the dentist, like when I had that broken tooth and I went in for the first time to get it pulled, and it was so infected and inflamed that the numbing medication wouldn't take effect. I just sat there and cried. He had done nothing. That's what was worse. The second time, I don't know, just something changed, and I was like, all right, let's do this. And the numbing medication, it hurt. I said, no, just keep going. It's not like, oh my God, pain. It was just more discomfort. Second time was much better. He got it out. He did slip and hit me with the tool. But I'm not, not like, oh my God, that's so bad. Stuff happens. And then I think the following week or 2 weeks later, I had this side of my mouth cleaned, and the only place that hurt was like right next to where it was still healing. When she was getting all of the gunk and plaque off my teeth. And then Friday, oh, sorry, I hate touching that side. It feels weird, it feels uncomfortable, and it instantly like turns my stomach. The face surgery did a lot of damage, but whatever. So Friday, that one Friday, I had teeth cleaning. Lex did hers the next Friday, and then I went this last Friday. And then the boys went a couple hours later, and then I had to take Lex back in because she had 2 1 centimeter by 8 on each side of her mouth. And the dentist said, I see this in like denture patients. And I was like, Lex, have you been wearing dentures at night? And we're not sure what happened. It could have been the mirror. It could have been something else. But for it to be symmetrical, each side identical, it is weird. It was to the point where she had trouble eating, drinking. I took her into the ER Thursday night. She was in tears. The ER doctor looked at her, because she's also had a fever off and on. Looked at her and went, canker sores. I've never seen canker sores be that long. And even the dentist is like, no, that's not a canker sore. At that point, I would have looked like a fool. I just took it and left. And then the dentist saw her the next day. Thank God for this dentist. He had a full caseload Friday, and he made time to see her. So I'm really grateful for that. And so he's like, no, they're cuts. They're not infected. Use some numbing medication. I got one that has a dipper. I told her it's only hers because I just dipped it in, wiped it, which the first day we tried it. So Friday, tears instantly because I was rubbing it across it on each side, but there was nothing. yesterday, I think she only used it once, so that's a good sign. And they're looking smaller, and she's able to eat a little better. But I went to bed, so Friday, I went to bed at 10 o'clock. And that night, I was pooped. I'm telling you, my sleep schedule has drastically changed. And so I went to bed. The guys stayed up gaming and what have you. And I kept waking up. And you know how, like, you wake up and you're not quite sure what's happened? You're like, oh, like when that person showed up my doorstep at 2 a.m. You think you heard a doorbell, but you're like, no, I didn't. I've done that quite a bit. Well, I kept waking up, and I woke up more than normal, thinking I was tasting blood. And so I was like, oh, I'm tripping hard. Okay. Must have just been a dream. I'm not really, this isn't really what's going on. And so, I did that repeatedly until like 5:20 when I woke up and I was like, God, it really tastes like blood. And I was like, there's something in my mouth. And it's just, sun's barely coming up. And actually, we open our curtains at night. I just like the sun to come in as it's coming up. And so I was like, and I had my back towards the window. So everything when I went like this, I could see my hand. I went up, and it's just dripping in blood, and it was a clot. And I was like, what the heck? And so I was like, what? So I was up for the rest of the day, because at this point I'm freaked out. And so, let's see, where can I sit you? I need to start laundry. I would say right there, but it's going to block me. Oops, sorry you guys. You're going to be jumbled. Anyway. And so, I ended up staying up. I went, brushed my teeth, trying to desperately figure out, why is my mouth bleeding like this? And so, the bleeding went on until like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And so I was like, what the heck is going on? Because it wasn't just, these feel like they have stuff in them. Maybe I'm wrong. Okay, I was wrong. It was just odd. And so, my nose is running so bad still. I forgot soap. I ended up calling the on-call dentist. And I guess it's quite common. Well, what freaked me out is there was a clot, then there was another clot, and then there was another clot. I think we counted almost 20 clots that ended up reforming. But it wasn't like, I know, if you get your tooth pulled, you don't want to take the clot out. This wasn't on my tooth, or this wasn't like on where I had the tooth pulled, because I have 2 molars where this bleeding's coming from, because it was bleeding so significantly that we couldn't tell where exactly it was coming from, because I'd rinse my mouth and instantly it'd just be massively bleeding again. And so I would leave the cloths alone. I tried. That's a feeling you don't want in your mouth. And it wasn't staying between the teeth. It wasn't in a hole. It was forming on top of my tooth. Just the one molar, not both molars, because it was coming between 2 of them. It was weird. So I'd have to go brush it, and I'm trying to make the kids breakfast. I usually don't do that on weekends. I don't know why. I'm not feeling good. Let's make breakfast. And so, Anthony's whipping out some biscuits. If you guys got a good biscuit recipe, leave it below, because we still have not found a good one. And so I'm like trying to make, sausage gravy. And I'm standing there, and like every few minutes I'm having to go spit out the massive amount of blood that's, I must have stopped doing ice. I'm having to clean another clot off. And it's frustrating. I'm starting to freak out. It's been another 2 hours since I've talked to the on-call dentist. And I'm genuinely like, well, I guess I'll go into the ER when I'm weak and, low on blood. I was like, oh my God. But I was kind of freaking out. And so, I'm like, is this really normal? Like, why didn't the dentist say anything? Like, but, so it's quasi-normal. It is a side effect. It is a very rare side effect. And usually, it doesn't clot as bad. But, when I Google it, it is quite common. I don't know why they say rare, but maybe it's rare because the other side I didn't have any bleeding. I did feel like my teeth were loose afterwards, which was odd, but other than that, I didn't have any problems. My teeth don't hurt on this side. They don't feel loose. It was just the bleeding. And so, I don't know. It was just, it was weird. I was like, thinking for half a second, I was like, oh God, I'm never going to have this done if this is what I have to expect. And honestly, I will never have to have another deep cleaning unless I wait 10 more years to go get them cleaned. I'm doing 6 months to get them cleaned again, and you bet I'm going to be there, because that one's not going to be a deep cleaning. So yeah, so this weekend was fun. The kids hung out. It was Ross's birthday. He turned 15. I made him, this extravagant cake. Not that extravagant, but like triple chocolate. And I just did a butter frosting, for his birthday. His mom, came and stole him back from us. And, they went out to, a casino. They have an all-you-can-eat, and I kind of want to take Anthony out, and I want to go do that. It sounds like fun, and I know Ross raves about it. And I know other people have actually raved about it, too. So, might see when, and maybe Anthony and I will go out on a date, fix the kids dinner and stuff. Lex was grounded for the weekend. The school is a little lacking. So they have a voicemail, and Monday, no one really felt good. And so I ended up keeping the 2 kids home. And, I, called them in. And I called in Lex, but I called hers in, so early that, I got voicemail. And so I left a message excusing her absence and the couple the week before because she wasn't feeling good, had a fever at school. And so Friday, ooh, my thumb. Friday she ended up getting a detention during lunch. And I get this message that says, this is your fault. Oh my God, this is your fault. Call and fix it. Or can you call and fix it? And I was like, yeah, you're not going to talk to me like that. I am still your mother. And your phone is mine for the weekend. I was like, don't ask to go anywhere. Because she had plans to go to her friends. And though I don't mind her going, these aren't like bad girls. They're sweet kids. I know who they are. It wasn't that. It's, she really thinks that she's an adult now. She definitely acts like she can talk to us any way she feels like. She's quite snotty, but I think that's due to the age. I give her a certain amount of slack, but not that day. She just been 15. So we'll just go with that. And I don't know. It's just 15. And I know, like, is it weird for anyone else? Like, we were 15. Why is this like new territory? Like, when did I lose the fact that I know what it's like to be 15? Like, you have kids, does it just erase every memory before children? Because that's how I feel at this point. I feel like now I don't know anything. So, anyway, I need to finish cleaning. As you can see, I've been wandering around the house, picking up stuff, starting another load. I just knocked out laundry yesterday, cleaned the boys' room up, and I swear I found 50 million socks in their room. I wonder if they were hoarding them just so they don't have to wear them or something. Not that they've ever went like, "Ew, I don't want to wear socks." But, like, boys, like, please, if you guys have boys, do they ever start cleaning up? Are they ever clean? Is that something I can look forward to?